Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Murray. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing these projects with you using the brand new Build-A-Flower Poppy release by Altenew. It's a beautiful floral stamp set that comes with two different blooms, some leaves, some standalone flowers, and beautiful sentiments. And it also has the coordinating die to go along with it. So to start my project, all of my cards measure 5 inches by 6.5 inches, and I'm using 80-pound solar white cardstock. For the colors, I'm using Altenew mini ink cube sets in Tea Party and Rose Petal. I started out by just playing around with my layout. In my head, I kind of knew what I wanted going in, so I began to just play around with the different blooms. This is the first layer in the flowers. I did both of these cards at the same time, switching back and forth between the colors. I'm using Memento black ink for my outlines. I'm only showing one of the cards that I created, but I did all of this together at the same time, all 3 cards. These were set in such a way that I really didn't have to do any masking. I just made sure that the tips just barely kissed each other. I started with purple wine. I wanted to have these dark purple poppies that I've seen out on Instagram and different places that I looked for inspiration. So I started with the darker purple. It was a little splotchy, so I went back in with the puffy heart. And if you don't know about Altenew inks, once they dry, they smooth out quite a bit. So the colors all just blended together. I'm back with puffy heart on, all of these are the same color combinations. On this particular card, on the orange one, I did some lighter and some darker. You can do that with however many times you want to stamp. The more times you stamp a layer, the darker it is. This, I went in with my darkest color, the Cosmic Berry. This is such a beautiful combination. I still wanted more contrast on parts of the images at the lower parts of the petals, and so I went in with this industrial silver. And the gray on that dark purple, it blended very well and looks so pretty. Here you see the other card that I did in corals in the Tea Party set with corals, heartbeat, and vineyard berry, I believe it's called. I decided to do all of my centers. There's probably another term for that, in black. So I filled those in black. And then here I decided I wanted to add a few leaves and stems on the larger part, the larger blooms. I created some masks just out of typing paper, as you see there. I didn't even bother to tape them down. I just sat them down, held them in place with my finger, and then was able to stamp the other stems and leaves as I wanted. Here I'm adding some of the standalone smaller flower clusters that come in the set. And I decided not to color these. They're not layered. They don't have any other layers, so I just left them black and white. Layered stamps are my most favorite stamps to use. I just love the look of them. You don't have to be an artist to know how to paint or color shadows and all of that other stuff. So I like using the layered stamps for that reason. I selected 2 different sentiments from this set. And then I decided I just wanted the flowers to pop more. There was too much white on the background for me. And so I decided to trim out along the right side and just remove all of the white along that side. And then I'm going to pop this up, as you'll see in a moment, on some black paper that I had from my stash. It's like a 65-pound weight cardstock, but it's very flimsy, so it doesn't add bulk to the card. Here I'm measuring my strip, the black strip. I didn't want to put a full black panel, so I just roughly eyeballed what I would need to make sure to cover that part on the side. Cut 2 strips out, or 3 strips actually. You don't see me doing the 3rd card here, but I have a total of 3 cards in this set. I use liquid glue to glue on the cardstock just to give me a few moments to move it around if I needed to. And then trimmed off the excess. Once I was pleased with that look, I'm using some very wide double-sided tape here for the left side of the card, and then I wanted to pop up the right side for a little dimension on the floral side. So I'm using my, my foam tape. I got this idea from Vicky Papayano, who is the inspiration for me even beginning to make cards. Then I just adhered it to my base. And these flowers just look so regal to me. I thought they needed to have a little jewelry on there, add a little bling. So I have my black sequins, which I just adore. I also happen to like black jewelry. And I have some black diamond stickles that I used for the other centers and even around the sequins in the center. And because I like black splatter on cards, I added these little freckles with the black diamond stickles as well. And just gives it a little bit of a shine. I just adore the purple one especially. And that's it. Here are some close-ups of the cards, all 3 cards. You are bloomin' gorgeous, and you bring joy to my life. There is the stickles and the sequins in the center, and it's just stunning in person. So I hope I've given you some inspiration. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Feel free to visit my Instagram and my blog channel. Thanks.